Hello guys, today I'm going to teach you one of the easiest methods on how to make a map in your Gorilla Tag copy or Gorilla Tag horror game. We're going to be targeting Gorilla Tag horror, and we are not going to be using any external apps like Blender. Alright, first thing what you're going to want to do is create an empty object and level, and name it whatever you want to. This is what your map's going to be called. And then you want to grab a plane, and then you don't need to size it up right now. But I'm just going to drag it away from my spawn. Then press F to zoom in. And this is going to be your base. So what you're going to want to do is download ProBuilder. You're going to go to Package Manager, Unity Registry, and search up ProBuilder right there, install that. I don't need to install it because I already have it installed. And if you really want to, you're going to want to use this later. Click UV Editor and put it right here. But I don't like doing that. Now that we have a plane here, we're going to click the plane and then click ProBuilder Lies. You're going to see it has all these faces on it. You can move these. You can move these however you like, but we're not going to be doing that right now. First thing that you want to do is start carving out what you want your map to be like. I'm just going to be adding some edges, grooves, and here's a tip. Don't go too far or overlay beyond the face, or else it's going to glitch like this. So try to avoid doing that. And you can hold shift and then drag it out to make new faces, extruding, if you really want to. I'm not trying to make this map super detailed because this is just a tutorial map, but feel free to even delete some faces on like the edges of your maps, maybe give it more detail, make it look less like a square, but I'm not going to be doing that. Yet again, this is just a tutorial, but feel free to mess around and experiment. Now that we did that, we're going to want to rotate our edges to make it look a little bit better and make it a little bit less like sharp, make it a little bit more smooth. More detailed is what I'm trying to say. Alright, now that we're done with that, you're gonna click your plane, make sure you're in edge select, Control A, hold shift, or make sure things in center too. Hold shift and drag it up. Boom. I used to just select all the edges holding shift. My friend showed me this, it saves a lot of time. So I'm gonna go for the classic Gorilla Tag horror map style, aka capuchin style. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold shift and then click this gray box and then just pull it outward like that. And if you want to, you can lift it up a little bit like that. I'm gonna keep it flat. I'm gonna do this a couple more times. Here we have our base of our map. Here's what we're gonna want to do. This is my way. It's a little bit overwhelming and it's it's not really necessary. But what I like to do is select all your faces in face mode on the ground, and then I like to detach the faces, put in plane. This could be necessary for bouncy maps if you want them to be bouncy in specific areas. Also, if you want to make your maps bouncy, you can just put the bouncy material on it. By the way, if your maps are going to be bouncy, you have to put something called Gorilla Surface Override on it, and then keep it on 0, because you may accidentally click a random number and be slippery somehow. But you got to put Gorilla Surface Override on bouncy floors and stuff, or else they're going to be impossible to climb upward. They used to happen with my old game. Just letting you guys know. Now, if this is really simple, I'm just going to drag some random texture. Hold on. I'm going to grab a wall texture, and I'm going to go grab a grass texture. Now that we have our grass texture, you can see, oh, by the way, what you're probably going to want to do is size it up a lot. Boom. Like so. But, back to what I was saying. You can see the textures are a little off. Like, the grass is a little too big, and I feel like the walls here are they're a little repetitive. That's easy to fix. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go click one of your faces, go to ProBuilder, Control A, and click UV Editor, and Project UV is go box. And now you can see your stuff is smaller, but if you want to resize it, just click this gray box. You can either make it bigger by dragging it inward or smaller by dragging it outward. I'm going to do the same for the walls. I don't think it changed, but that's alright. So now we have our textures. Let's see. I'm not really liking how the grass looks super small, but it's alright. And you can decorate your maps how you want to by making another empty object and calling it decor. You can call it anything else. I just like organizing my stuff. And you can go into your assets, small tree. And you have your own tree. I have a different bark material, so it's gonna look different for you guys. But the trees are a little huge, so you gotta size them down a lot. It's annoying, but it's a must. Unless you want your trees to be huge. Me personally, I like taking my leaves off of my trees because I don't really, especially with my bark material, they look pretty bad. Make sure to unpack completely, or else it won't really work. And then what you're gonna want to do, click small tree, mesh collider, and then if you touch it in VR and it sticks, you're gonna want to put Gorilla Surface Override on it. Gorilla Surface Override basically makes it so your hands can actually walk on things, because sometimes, like if you import a Blender map, you won't be able to walk on it without putting Gorilla Surface Override on it. And then you can just Control D. Make sure to never click Control C or plus Control V, because like if you're doing that for monsters especially, and you're trying to make them look different, it's gonna change when you try to change them separately. They're all gonna have the same material and stuff because they're like all connected, and just duplicating them is like making them a whole separate monster, if that makes any sense. My trees are big, but I don't really care because it's just a tutorial map. You can add skulls, other stuff, and then also if you're trying to make a lobby, you can just click a random face, subdivide, and then you can merge those faces later. Extrude. And you have like a little walk-in place, and then you can make bridges later. I recommend, for less lag, you merge those faces back. Here, I'll teach you. Hold on. Make sure it's a little bit symmetrical. Merge. Boom. Now you have those faces back. Like that. And that's how you make a map. It's that easy. Okay, bye.